Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop. So in this video we're going to have a little bit of a conversation about what to do when your anvil rusts. So without further ado, let me flip you around and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so as you can see, Olga here, my 465 pound North German Pettinghaus anvil, she has developed a bit of rust, a bit of light surface rust on her just from the condensation of being in an uninsulated, unconditioned space out in my workshop here. Basically, all my tools eventually develop a small light coating of rust, and it does that when I have not worked on the tool in a while. Now, when it comes to rust, I get asked this all the time: what to do? This thing's rusted up. You know, how can I stop it from doing this? You can't. It's iron mixed with a little bit of water, and guess what? You have rust. So there's really not a whole lot you can do about the rust if you're not going to be working on it for a little while, or while you're working with it. If you're going to not be working on your anvil for long extended periods of time, I do have one suggestion. You can take a bit of rust neutralizer. It doesn't have to be this brand of Loctite. It's just something that I have at my local stores around here that I can get a hold of fairly easily. This rust converter, it will turn everything to a nice black, kind of like what you see down here on the underside of the anvil. So it'll convert some of this rustiness to that, and it helps neutralize and kind of protects that layer. It's not a paint. Again, it's a chemical composition. It kind of converts the rust into something that doesn't rust anymore. Well, that wears off over time, so I also like to spray on over the top of that some of this water-resistant silicone lubricant. You can use really whatever you want. It's just enough to keep the moisture off. So if you can keep the moisture off the surface, again, keep the water away from the iron, no rust. One of those type deals. So I'll put a link to both of these, an affiliate link, be aware, down in the description down below if you want to go check out those two products. But again, just by working on the anvil, this rust will go away. You bring out hot steel, you work it on the anvil, the rust will go away on this particular anvil, and basically on your anvil as well. So it's all about how much you use it. As far as a general maintenance thing to do, add some oil to it. Whatever your favorite oil is, add a little bit of oil to the top, lightly coat it when you go inside for the evening, and you really shouldn't have any problems. I've been away from the forge for just a little over a week, and just with the condensation stuff, me not being out here working the anvil every single day like I normally do, it develops a coating of rust on it. So that's basically the answer. How do you prevent it from rusting? You can't. You could do some things to help it not rust as bad, but you really can't. Especially if you come in here and you do the big no-no and wire wheel this. If you wire wheel this, you take off all the surface oxidation and you expose nice, clean, bare steel to oxygen and moisture in the environment, which is going to create rust. So don't grind away your anvils trying to get rid of this rust, because really, does it matter? No, it doesn't. That little bit of rust that you see on there, do you think that's going to eat away a 465 pound block of steel to where it's unusable? No, it won't. That's really, it's just more of an aesthetic thing, right? Generally, you want to take care of your stuff, and rust usually translates out to bad or no-go. But in this case, consider what you're using. You're using a big, gigantic chunk of steel. This particular piece of steel has been through 2 world wars and has made it out unscathed. So that little bit of rust isn't going to hurt anything. So there you have it. Don't worry about the rust so much out there, guys. I get the question all the time, what should I do if my anvil rusts? Use it. Use the anvil. Throw a little oil on it, wipe it down with some rags. Eventually you won't even notice the rust anymore. The rust will just kind of pop off, and because of the abrasive nature of working hot steel on it, and you won't have to worry about it. If it's on other places around the anvil, bottoms of the horns, things like that, really about the only thing you can do to actually stop the rusting process to a great deal is primer and paint it. But I do hate to put paint on anvils because of, well, it's toxic when it burns off, which it's inevitably going to do when you wrap a nice hot bar of steel around that horn that you just freshly coated with paint. So not a whole lot you can do about it. Tool maintenance, rust in your shop, just apply a little light coating oil and get on with your work, just like the rest of us. So that's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like button. If you loved it, subscribe button. That's perfect. And if you would like to support more great content like this, a great thing that you can do is go check out our channel membership section and join some of these fine channel members that you've seen rolling across the screen. So that's it for today. God bless each and every last one of you, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.